Snakes, frogs, alligators, and much, much more, all under one roof. That's right, it must be time for the Tucson Reptile and Amphibian Show and Sale.
Mark Wolfson has even brought some of them here today, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little shaky because some of these are, to me, a little bit scary, but they all seem very well behaved, Mark. So who are you holding right there?
Well, right now I have a red Tegu. They're from Argentina, one of the largest lizards in the Americas. They fill the same niche as monitor lizards do in the old world. And, you know, I like to think of this guy as from the same country as the Pope.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. He is absolutely cool.
He's a wild animal, you know. He's not one I'm going to let you hold.
Right.
That's why I have the gloves on. He has sharp claws. But I thought I would bring an unusual creature to show you.
Very cool to see one in real life like this. Definitely don't want to touch it, but it's very cool. And then there's this little guy right next to us here that makes me a little nervous because nobody's holding on to him.
No,
there's
he's
no
chill.
leash. I feel like he could just...
No leash?
I don't know. I feel like he could just scurry off.
No,
or at me at any moment.
Well, this guy is one of the most popular pet lizards in the country. He's a bearded dragon from Australia, and they're very docile. As you can see, he's been sitting here for quite a while.
Oh, good.
Would one of you like to pet him?
Yes.
Oh, good. Tina.
Oh, my goodness. He's so cool. He's very chill. And this is why they like you said, is a very popular pet, because they're just very kind of like hang out and be your buddy kind of person.
Yes. And they eat crickets and other bugs, and
oh, he's cool.
He's
kind of
very
pretty
cool
in a
looking.
lizard sort of way.
Yeah, and don't get all your jitters out now, because we've got bigger things coming up right now.
I have got 1 foot out the door, guys. So these are some of the animals that we're going to see at this upcoming event.
Yeah, the Tucson Reptile Show occupies 50,000 square feet. We'll have vendors from all over the country selling captive-bred reptiles, amphibians, everything from poison dart frogs the size of your thumb to giant monitor lizards and snakes. You know, one thing isn't for everybody.
Right.
But we'll have displays of exotic venomous snakes from around the world. We'll have petting zoos with alligators and giant tortoises and
now that's a petting
lizards.
zoo.
That is pretty amazing, yeah.
Well, I just want to get it out of the way because I know Heather probably keeps looking off to the side of the stage. But let's go ahead and bring the big guy that you brought today so we can kind of... You want to hold on? I got you. Give me your hand.
Over here. You guys go ahead. I live in Arizona and I'm afraid of snakes.
Oh, I'm sure you're not the only one. But the reason we bring things like this out is it's educational for kids.
Absolutely. And it's really nice to be able to see that you can have an animal like this that's so docile.
Yeah.
That kids can, you know, play with, certainly under supervision.
Yes.
You wouldn't want this guy crawling around your house necessarily.
And what is he exactly?
This is a Burmese python. This is an albino phase, something you wouldn't necessarily see in the wild because it's so brightly colored, any predators would be able to see it very easily. And Burmese pythons are very common in the pet trade. They're the snake that's invading Florida right now.
Okay. And I know a lot of people that have snakes and lizards and other things, they think of them just like their cat or their dog, and they think of them as these great pets. So if somebody wants to know if they could bring their snake or their lizard to the show, can they?
No. Only people that are vending snakes or displaying reptiles, etc., can bring their animals to the show. But there will be plenty to see without bringing your own.
Without bringing your own.
And you say vending, are we going to be able to purchase animals?
Yes. About 2/3 of the show is these vendors selling captive-bred reptiles and amphibians from all over the country. There'll be supplies, cages, artwork, jewelry, books, anything with a reptile theme. And this is the 14th year that we've had the show, and I expect about 10,000 people will be showing up this year.
Cool.
And so, you know, we were talking again about people having pets. If someone's thinking of maybe getting a pet for their child, because actually one of our radio hosts, Rascal, was talking about they were getting a bearded dragon for one of his children. Is this a good pet to have, one of these animals?
A bearded dragon is an excellent pet for a child. It's very docile. It's fun to take care of. It's easy to take care of. Geckos of certain kinds are similar, and there'll be a lot of those there. Snakes, I would recommend smaller snakes. This one's just very impressive on TV.
On TV, yeah. But you brought a smaller one. Is that a venomous or non-venomous?
This is a western diamondback rattlesnake.
That's a rattlesnake.
Oh, boy.
And he is not a pet.
Yeah.
I caught him in front of my house the other day.
Oh, my gosh.
Mainly to bring on TV, bring something more unusual for a change.
And another thing that goes back to education, we can show him in a cage, something like this, but show the kids that this is what a rattlesnake looks like, this is what you need to stay away from. Again, educational.
Yep, we'll have probably every subspecies of rattlesnake in Arizona at the show. And there's about 25 of them now. And we'll also have exotic venomous snakes from all over the world. The tree vipers are some of the prettiest animals in the world. We'll have a huge display of those. Probably have a half a dozen species of just cobras.
Wow. That's insane. So this is a humongous event. Like you said, thousands of people are sure to show up. Definitely come see what you have and maybe go home with a new pet. Mark, thank you so much for stopping in and bringing your pets. I know Heather appreciates it a lot. And you can meet more of these wonderful creatures at the Tucson Reptile and Amphibian Show and Sale this Saturday and Sunday at the Tucson Expo Center. For more information, you can visit TucsonReptileshow.com.